I was in Europe just doing I used to love traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So at that time I could see some beautiful things. I was like, okay, since I love traveling, maybe as I travel I could get something I like, come back and sell.
Yeah.
That's when I realized actually in Europe they had quite high quality of shoes. So initially it was just a hobby. I could bring a few pairs, sell, to fund my travel, go back.
Awesome. So Foremen is not only an African brand, it's actually international, right?
Yes, we are international. We are Kenyan born, but obviously our market is way more international. We get all our clients from all over the world, from America, from Qatar, from Dubai, and even all around East Africa.
Actually, do you know this shoe is a Kenyan brand? Today I'm here joined by the CEO of Foremen.
Hi, I'm Augustine Dundos, the founder of Foremen. Welcome to my story.
So hello guys, my name is Samtash or Sam Gare, and I'm back today with another awesome interview. As you know, I always bring you guys entrepreneurship and inspiring content. So today I'm here joined by an amazing guest whom he'll be telling us about himself. So I hope you'll be inspired today, and if you haven't subscribed, I request that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And now to our interview. So hello sir. Hello. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I know people are wondering, hey, who's this guy looking all classy and sharp?
I'm Augustine Dundos. I'm the founder of Foremen. Yes, Foremen is a shoe company. Shoe and apparel company that deals in high-end men's shoes. And we always try to cater for the men who love style and who like being stylish. Yes.
Awesome, that's amazing.
Yes.
We are seeing some amazing things on top of the table here.
Yes.
So maybe you can tell us what we are seeing so that...
this is just some of our select collection. Like this one, this is called the Diablo. These are some derbies that are very good for business meetings. And like if you just want that impeccable look, and we have something that is also official but can be worn either way. It's called the Cardinal, after the obviously the Rolls Royce, as you may know it. This is the Cairo, and this one we're calling it the Marrakesh. This is for the laid back days, or for the red carpet, or even for the weddings. It's a very popular shoe for weddings. Yes. So we cater for different environments and different styling, and just different that can be suitable for a variety of occasions.
Awesome. So Foremen is not only an African brand, it's actually international, right?
Yes, we are international. We are Kenyan born, but obviously our market is way more international. We get all our clients from all over the world, from America, from Qatar, from Dubai, and even all around East Africa.
Amazing.
Yes.
So Kenya is just a stepping ground.
Kenya, no, it's not a stepping ground. Kenya is the focal point. This is the breeding ground of the Foremen.
How did your entrepreneurship journey start?
My entrepreneurship journey started actually quite at an early stage. I think if I can remember, I was about 6, probably 5 years old. That's when I got into the habit of buying and selling stuff. At that time I could not buy, so there are these hawkers. I was born in Mombasa, so I could see this hawker going around selling brooms. So one day I looked around, I was like, I know these brooms, how they can be made, because behind our house there used to be this big lush broom, rather grass. It was a particular brand of grass that was growing behind our house, and I knew that's what this guy was using to make the broom. So what I did, I just went and unplugged the grass, dried them, cut them up, and also came up with the same broom, which I started selling to my neighbors, obviously at a much cheaper rate because I had no overhead costs.
Interesting.
Yes. So, in addition to that, also Popo, there was also a Popo I just by accident grew, and I knew Popo was a very popular fruit in Mombasa, and I got to grow this Popo, and also I could also sell to my neighbors, and especially my mother was my best client. She was always doing everything to support me. Yes.
Amazing. That's a good background. Now that you've covered the entrepreneurship, so who's Mr. Augustine? Now, you said you actually grew up in Mombasa, right?
Augustine Dundos, I'm the middle born of 5 kids.
Yeah.
I'm quite, as you know, being a middle born, you have to be a bit aggressive.
Yeah, sure.
Because, you know, you just get drowned in the middle of all other kids. I think that's also had a very impactful influence on me going into entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Because I did not like going to my dad asking him for money.
Yeah.
So I just thought maybe it's high time I became self-sufficient.
Sure.
Yes, that's what really made me.
Yeah.
I'm a lover of football and a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
And you can see these small habits and maybe I will call them talents and hobbies really contributed a lot into my entrepreneurship, because out of them is when all the steps to where I am today have generated. Yes.
So when did Foremen actually start?
Foremen started, the story of Foremen is quite interesting because it goes all the way back in 2004.
Yeah.
I was in Europe just doing I used to love traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So at that time I could see some beautiful things. I was like, okay, since I love traveling, maybe as I travel I could get something I like, come back and sell.
Yeah.
That's when I realized actually in Europe they had quite high quality of shoes. So initially it was just a hobby. I could bring a few pairs, sell to fund my travel, go back.
Yeah.
Remember at that time there was still no social media, was still not so prevalent, there was still no e-commerce. So most of it was a lot of just trying and testing, seeing where this thing goes. But as time went by, as things developed, that's when I was like, actually this is something that can be very, very impactful. Because I saw a big market cap in Kenya. As you may notice, in Kenya most shoes are fake.
Sure.
You see,
many
designer shoes are fake, and most of the local shoes that we make are for mass production. So that's when I saw a niche like nobody was catering to. I was like, we can actually produce a Kenyan brand, a high quality Kenyan brand that we can be proud of, and that's what I moved forward to try and cover.
Wow.
Yes.
That's great. So how do you ensure you give it that African touch? For example, I can see this, the black one you said it's called?
Okay, I don't specifically try to give it, I won't say I try to give it an African touch. Right from the beginning, what I really wanted to cater to was an international flavor, or international taste. I wanted to give a Foremen brand, and even right from the name, from the marketing, right from the every point of touch. I didn't want everybody to be able to look at it and guess where it was from. You see, I didn't want you to, if you put it next to Louis Vuitton or next to well-established brand, I didn't want you to be able to know. In fact, for the longest time, many people did not even know where Foremen is from. They thought it was a foreign. It was a foreign brand, and I'm so sure you may be one of them.
I'm one of them.
Everybody always assumed that because every point of touch you wanted to be to give it an international flavor. We did not want just to localize ourselves. I didn't want to localize the brand. Yes.
That's amazing. How do you ensure then you give that international touch?
In business, you walk in the shoulders of giants. First of all, you have to go and study how the international brands do their craft. How do they ensure that their quality is impeccable? And you notice that rather than just having a good quality product, you must also have a very good customer relation. You must have very good branding and packaging. And also every point of touch must be very, very well executed. You must not let anyone look so juakali or kienyeji, because that's usually our downfall. We try to take so many shortcuts for profitability, which is profitability over good quality. And those are the things I try to get against.
So actually the designers are actually Kenyans?
Yes, this one we design. We have three approaches when it comes to design. First of all, we like using our customer feedback. Because initially when I started, I liked making things that I thought were very beautiful. But I realized I'm very bold. Some things that I can easily wear, most of the clients cannot easily wear, or they'll be a bit conservative. So that made me toned down a bit and started listening to more people, what they had to say. Because previously I could come up with very, very exorbitant designs or wild designs that I thought were very good. But when you bring it to the market, guys are like, oh, this one is good, but I don't know how to dress them. So that's when now we started to getting customer feedback. Oh, so you want it like this, more like this. So we try to integrate all those things. Another one, again, we may just come up with a design and they say, this is actually what you like. It's just like music. Because you see, designing is an art. You create what is from your heart. And you hope that the masses will come to accept and appreciate them. So that is also the second way of, rather that's also our second approach. Our third approach, our factory may come and say, hey, we have come up with this design, what do you think? So we look at it and say, no, maybe this color will not work, maybe we need it in this color, maybe the solid should not be like this, we want it like that. So yeah, so those are the three ways we always come up with our designs.
Amazing. So what are some of the challenges that you've come across while trying to get this international quality out there?
Getting good suppliers, that was a big challenge. You know, many people always assume you just go to the first factory, they'll make you what you want. You really have to burn up a lot of mileage before we actually go to some people. We can say, yes, now you are the guys who will work with us. It was not that easy. We had to make a lot of trips to Europe, just trying to find somebody who is very reliable, very dependable, and it was not a walk in the park.
Sure.
Yes, it took a lot of trial and errors before we finally got to somebody whom we can rely on. Yes.
Amazing. So in terms of talent, can you say that Africans were blessed?
Yes, Kenya, even living in Africa, Kenya is quite talented, and you can see, and that's why you have to appreciate social media and e-commerce. You see, it has really opened up the market. People, you find out many people are very creative, but they did not know how to approach the market. But you see, social media and online businesses have democratized everything. What used to be so expensive to start off, just even creating a website before was very expensive. But then Shopify and the Wix came about, and they realized actually these things can be done at quite an affordable rate. That's why everybody now started coming up with their own designs or their own tastes or rather flavors in our design, and it's growing, and we still have. I think right now we are still in infancy. But having been there before everything started, I can say it's been a long journey.
So in terms of e-commerce, how has it helped you to actually market Foreman?
E-commerce has really helped me reach areas I didn't know it was possible before. You know, when I started Foreman, all that was there was just Facebook. I used to, remember those days there was no boosting. Everything had to be organic. So what I could do is just put my shoes on my personal Facebook page and just shout as loud as possible and hope people come. But as you know, things slowly evolved. You could now start boosting your post. You could now start even reaching way more people than you could organically reach. And you know what they say about business, if you cannot market it, you cannot scale it. You see. And that's what that's one of the best things that ever came out from e-commerce. Because even just a website, for the longest time when we started up, we didn't have a website. Because you could go to somebody who's like, can you develop this for us? You are given some crazy figures. And even you could not even check out from those websites. Those are only, maybe the Alibabas only who could do those. Maybe Amazon who could do those. eBay. Those are the only websites you could hear about. Locally, there was, I can't remember any that was local. You see. So, but when e-commerce came around, when all these things started being available to the masses, now that's when there was an explosion. Yes, there was an explosion of business, as you may know right now. And all those things were not available before.
what sets out your brand Foremen? What makes it unique?
What makes us unique is our customer experience. We have a very, very, very good. We are very much. We try to really cater to our clients' needs. Yeah. Like you don't get so many companies whereby if you have a issue with a shoe, you are given an option to refund or replace. Yeah. I can't say it has happened many times, but the few times that we have had no qualms. We are the only person. You can even walk with a shoe for a few months and say, actually, I have this and that issue, and be able to hear you out. And if you feel that actually your issue is valid, we'll give you a replacement. Yeah, that's what I can really say. It has even helped us really have a very high client retention. Yeah. We have some clients whom we have had from the beginning till now. They have not moved anywhere. Yes.
I know entrepreneurship actually is not easy. So what do you think are some of your qualities that have helped you to become the brand that you are?
I can say two things. Persistence and the willingness to learn. Because persistence, even if I did not have that stubborn persistence, I think I would have given up on Foremen a long time ago. It's not been an easy journey. Sure. Especially when COVID came around, we saw so many businesses shut down. You see. As we were just hanging on there, we were like, we don't have right now it was not a time to flourish, it was just a time to survive. And that's what really kept us. That's why they always say passion is a very important thing in entrepreneurship. Because without passion, you can easily fold up and move on into
other things.
Something which is glittery. But I knew the maths, and I knew what the vision that I had at the end, and I knew I'm on the right track. We have to be persistent. We have to be stubbornly persistent, and we have to stay on this lane. And that's what has gotten us to this point.
Amazing.
Yes.
And also, another thing maybe what I'd like to know is that setting up actually a brand for shoe that is international from actually Kenya, it's competitive. So how have you gone past that?
Yes, it's very, very competitive. And as I've told you, that's where persistence really comes in. You know one thing about a brand, the longer you are there, the more people trust you. You see, you really have to be for the long haul. Because people have seen us for almost 10 years now. Even if you have never bought our brand, you know we are authentic. You know.
Sure.
You know we are not like just our one hit wonder will come and disappear the following day. People have seen us around for a very, very long time, relatively long time, and that's what also comes in creating a good brand, a great brand. That longevity of being in the market. Yes.
So apart from consistency, in terms of now Ecommerce, before we move into another part, there's platforms that you've used. For example, you can say like Meta ads that have been able to actually help you push your brand.
Meta ad has actually been the bread and butter of many businesses. Which is a good thing and also which is a very dangerous thing, because you can become reliant on one. When you become reliant on one source for so long, it also becomes an Achilles heel. You see. But we have and again and it is always what we advise many e-commerce companies. You cannot be good in in all the social medias that are out there. You choose what you are good at and you run with it, because there are some people who are very good right now, like in TikTok. Some people are very good with TikTok. Some people are very good with SEO and Google. Some people are very good with Meta. You really don't have to be good in all those. Just choose which one you think you are primarily good at, then choose a secondary. And I think for us, Google and Meta have really worked out very well for us. But you see, it has also come with learning. You try to learn what's new every day. You see. Try just learn like what is the new. What's the best way to do an approach? What's the new thing in marketing? Because how people used to market in Meta 5 years ago, 1 year ago. There are no reels 5 years ago. It was just photos. Right now, photos, they're trying to come back right now. that you know that the time you are being set aside. So e-commerce and especially social media constantly evolves, and you have to also evolve with the time. Otherwise, if you don't evolve, you'll die.
What do you think are some of the mistakes that new entrepreneurs make, and how they can avoid them?
Impatience is the biggest one. Many people are many people have a low pain threshold. You suffer for a month or two, you give up, you want to move on to something. And that's not how business works. You see, you really have to do the time when it comes to business, and you have to be constantly learning. You don't just do the time and you're not learning anything. You see, because even as Foremen, the way we started, if you look at our first product, it's very laughable. I always look at our first copies of stuff we were doing, even the bags. They were like, okay, this was us actually. And you know the common sense, they say, if you're not ashamed of your first product, it means you started too late.
Sure.
And some people think also wait too long before they start. They wait for the power, try to time the market, which is impossible. You cannot time the market. You just have to be in the market to do the time. Yes.
Sure.
I think that's the best advice I can give. Just be willing to do the time and be willing to learn.
So how does the future look like for Foremen?
The future looks bright. I can see there's so much yet to be achieved with Foremen. The market is very big. I know we may be challenging in economic times, but that's what business is about. Being in the good times and the bad times, and just find a flow to ride through them all. What I'm seeing as we really want to be a dominant force in this market, we have to be a dominant brand, not just in Kenya, East Africa, and eventually internationally. Yes, we want so that whenever you see somewhere like Louis Vuitton, you think also Foremen, you see. Because some of these big brands, they are not, we may have started hearing them the other day, but they've been there even before World War I. You see. But they need the time. If you go back to their history, some of them faced many bankruptcies to be where they are right now. Some of them faced closure and resurrections to be where they are. And I hope we don't have to go through those, but those are the mileages that we want to be under our belt.
Awesome.
Yes.
So before we close, in Foremen brand, which is your best shoe?
Wow, that's a difficult one. You know, they say don't get high on your own supply. So I try to live by that.
No, you must have your favorite.
I try to live by that, but I can't. It's difficult for me to choose.
It's difficult.
It's very challenging for me to choose. I won't know which one to settle on because I feel differently every day. At times I feel like I want something sleek. At times I feel I want something edgy. At times I feel like I just want to go for comfort. So whatever my mood, how I wake up on that day, that's how I dress. But you can tell I'm very experimental when it comes to dressing. I like trying different things.
Sure.
Yes.
Amazing. So how can people reach you?
You can reach us through our socials. You can find us on Instagram at The Foremen. You can check out our website www.theforemen.com. Yes, there you can always click in and buy. And right now we are also expanding to brick and mortar. We are opening our flagship store at Kovo Square, that's in Lavington, just at the junction of Nitanga and Othaya Road. So in the next 1 week, today being the 8th of October, by the beginning of November 2024, we'll be up and running.
Awesome.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you
very much. It's
been
been great interviewing you, sir.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.